Welcome back, everyone. I know, a little while since we made a Fortnite video. I have been very busy in life outside of the gaming world. I mean, I guess I've been kind of gaming, just a little bit different kind of gaming, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Today's video, I want to do three things. I want to talk about my kind of overall review slash opinion on Chapter 6 Season 1, what I've been doing, where the hell I've been and like where all my efforts have been going, and the anticipation for Chapter 6 Season 2. So overall, I say that Chapter 6 Season 1 was good, solid. Like if I was going to just throw out a number rating real quick, like what would I give it? Like 7, 7. Like I would, to give it like lower than a 7, like a 6 point whatever or a 5 seems really disingenuous, because when I did play it, I had a good bit of fun overall. There's just a very big handful of things that prevent me from getting it anywhere close to a 10, and there's a lot of reasons why I would want to put it below a 7, but overall I did have enough fun that for me personally it was a 7, but I could easily see how for some people it could be a 5 or worse. So the number one thing, like let's just kind of talk about like what made it, I would say, good and bad at the same time. And really, that was the Typhoon Blade to start with. The Typhoon Blade is just a little bit too damn good, obviously, for combat. Like, I think we kind of all know this. It felt like kind of the Nitro Fist on steroids, except Nitro Fist could not run out. So this really didn't run out that much either. Like, even if you used it quite a bit, you'd only really go through like 2 a game. You kill people, you pick up a new one. So you were able to use it pretty liberally if you get the Shogun X one. I don't know if that one had more stamina, but I know that the charge time on the slash attack was quicker. So let's just start with the slash attack. The slash attack was way too good. 90 damage, and you get to shoot people away. If you're on any kind of high ground, you may get to even add a little bit of fall damage to that. So now you're doing like, 100 plus at times, if not just killing the person straight up because of the fall damage. And the combo is just a little bit too excessive. You can go slash attack into the Hollow Twister, into the Fire Mask, into the Veiled SMG. It was just very, very powerful. Or you could just close the gap and kind of do it all over again. So I think that the Typhoon Blade was amazing and fun and balanced when it came to movement. I thought that doing things like the wind jump into, say, like shotgun shots or like AR hip fire or whatever, like general movement was really cool. The sprint, double jump, and like the kind of little dash forward or dash in any direction. I thought that was cool. I thought that the removal of the tech that you could slide with it was really lame. I thought that they never should have done that. That is what made the Typhoon Blade extra fun, really. And they should have heavily nerfed the slashing of it, of course. Like the slashing attack was way, way, way too powerful. It was basically a crutch. I mean, I didn't need to carry a shotgun, I felt like, all season, because like it was my only close range option that I felt like I needed. Why carry 2 things when one would do more than enough? So I thought the Typhoon Blade was a little bit too universally powerful. Like it was amazing movement, and it was the perfect close range option, as well as it had like that mix up with the aerial attack and the slash and just everything. It was just a little too good. I know I mentioned it once already, but the Hollow Twister, same deal, just too good. It's just too strong of a weapon. I don't know why they would make a gun like this that's so powerful from every range. I mean, we're back to hit scan, which I think personally is very lame. I mean, as soon as I play in Marvel Rivals a projectile character, and when I go into back to Fortnite, it's like, man, I can't believe how easy it is to hit people. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy how just powerful the Hollow Twister is. Never thought it was a fair gun, never thought it was a cool gun, so I just don't want them to keep doing that. I thought that the Fury AR was also like really, really good. Like, we don't need ARs that are this strong. I think that something like an MK Alpha maybe is fine. Like if you guys didn't play back in it, what was that, chapter 4 season 3, I want to say, it was like, maybe even that was a little fast, but just the damage on that, that was damage in the low 20s, not the high 20s and the 30s. Having a hit scan AR that hits for like 30 plus depending on rarity is just nuts. You should not do that, in my opinion, if you want the game to be fun. So I hope that they don't do that kind of thing. I mean, we're obviously, talk a little bit about the next season. We're gonna have another sniper rifle coming in, so that will probably take the place of the longer range attacks. But if they have, I mean, you put this Hollow Twister up against any sniper in history, and it really only loses to the Reaper, honestly, and that's just because of the 5 shots that the Reaper has. But the quick scope ability of that plus the 5 shots made that like, maybe the best gun ever, even though it was projectile. The next thing that I really didn't like about this season was the Shogun X medallion. Infinite stamina plus for the first time ever, like relatively good invisibility. Usually when you have any kind of invisibility in Fortnite, think back to the Mysterio medallion in Chapter 5, Season 4, it's usually just not very good. You know, you had to be crouched for that one to make you invisible, whereas this one you can sprint with it. I mean, where did they come up with these things? In one season, they give you like the worst invisibility ever, and then 2 or 3 seasons later, they give you not even close the best invisibility ever. You can sprint with your gun out, with the Typhoon Blade out, which gives you extra stamina, extra speed, and you're not even draining your stamina because you're only draining the stamina of the blade, not your actual, you know, sprint stamina. So that's really crazy. I thought that was just unbelievably overpowered. I think this current medallion that we have, the Shogun X, is probably the second strongest type of medallion we've ever had, and it's second only to, and I never thought that we would have to worry about this again. I would have said Cerberus medallion, but now I'll have to say Cerberus / Godzilla medallion, because they brought that medallion back this season. Like, why would you bring that medallion back? I don't know, man. It's just so lazy. Epic has so many good things that are at their fingertips, and they just keep recycling the dumbest stuff ever, in my opinion. 0-point dashes, Cerberus dashes, you know, green water dashes, whatever you want to call them. Those are maybe one of the most broken mechanics that we've ever had in this game. You know, teleportation, like that's what it is. It's short range teleportation. You're basically playing, what's her name from Overwatch, the girl that can blink. I remember the ability blink. Tracer. You're basically playing Tracer when you have those, which is, that's not reasonable for a game like Fortnite, where it's a battle royale and there's no respawning, and you work so hard for, you know, 20 plus minutes, and then because someone saved 3 blinks for, you know, their entire game, now they have an insane advantage in this one close range shotgun fight. I just never thought that that was a fair ability. I thought it was extremely broken, and here's really why. Because either you have an extremely unbelievably limited number of these dashes, or you have infinite with the medallion. There's just no middle ground. I mean, if they gave, say, everyone infinite, different story. If they gave everyone very limited number, also different story. But when they balance it like that, I just don't think you should be making, they're basically, they being Epic, are taking the concept of power weapons that we had back when, you know, Halo was popular, and they're just making it to the extreme, you know. So back in Halo days, everyone starts with the exact same guns, just like in Fortnite, you know, you start with 0 guns, the exact same guns, but, you know, spread across the map would be designated locations of power weapon / items. You know, you would have, say, like Overshield was a power weapon, the invisibility was a power weapon, the shotgun, the sword, the rocket launchers, like these were power weapons, and they would respawn too after designated times being picked up. So you kind of have to look at the timer on the map, realize when the first one was picked up, and then, you know, try to base your positioning around respawns of these power weapons and items. So that was overpowered in a TDM respawn setting, not in, now we're in this current setting of battle royale where you once again take a lot of time, build up, this and that. These abilities that you should get should be like, let's talk about something that they did good this season. They should be more like the boons. The boons were done very, very well. A little bit extra sprint speed with the wind, great. A little bit extra reload with the fire. That was actually like maybe one of the better ones, honestly. The water boon, the best one by far, like unbelievably powerful. Like if you didn't abuse the water boon in Chapter 6 Season 1, you did it wrong. Okay, I'm just letting you know that straight up. Like it let you play 0 heals risk free because there's water everywhere in this map. So water boon, unbelievable. Void boon, the worst of them all if you play solos. You know, it was great if you played team, but if you play solos, void boon was actual trash. But these were balanced in terms of like they give you a nice little perk, you know, a little thing that can help you kind of throughout the game. A Godzilla medallion, Cerberus medallion, Shogun X medallion, these are game-breaking, game-winning medallions. They're the type of thing that when I kill someone who has it, I almost always have to pick it up, because even though I don't really want to win like that, I can't in good faith not let myself have the advantage, or worse yet, risk someone else like running into Storm and getting it themselves. I will play these advantage cards because it's so unfun to play against them, and as a result, it takes away from the satisfaction of winning with them. The best games that I've had this season are the ones where I will go up on island and I'll gatekeep the boss, and I will not kill it, and I will not let anyone else kill it, and I'll kill anyone who tries to kill it, and then once it's in Storm, I leave, and the medallion is not in the end game, and that to me is the most fun end games. That's just me personally. Now, could I kill the boss in those instances 99% of the time and take the medallion myself? Almost always, but that to me just is not the more fun way to play the game. So I don't think that they should be putting these things in the game that are so it's basically like if you get it, if you get it and you don't win the game, you absolutely messed up at some point. There's no two ways about it. You know, if you get Typhoon Blade, Shogun X medallion, Hollow Twister AR, and a water boon, you should win that game 95+% of the time. Like, there's really no excuse, because you can always be repositioning, you can always be healing, you can always be picking at people, taking away their resources. It's really an unbelievably busted combo. So like, this stuff just kind of bored me, and I stopped playing the season halfway through. Their winter break was like so boring, and then they came back and the whole Godzilla thing, like by the time Godzilla rolled around and was actually on the map, I wasn't even really playing a ton of Fortnite. So what did I move on to? Where did all my gaming stuff go to? Well, for those of you who know me, I have played a lot of games and I've done a lot of things in my life. And the one thing that I kind of keep coming back to, that I started a long time ago, that I've, it'll be weaved in between various activities, has been poker. I started playing poker when I was 16 and I'm now 37. So I have had poker in my life for over 20 years. I haven't been playing consistently for 20 years, but it's been in my life, something that has been in the back of my mind, forefront of my mind. At some capacity, it's been in my life. And at its current capacity, it's probably a bigger part of my life than it's ever been before. Maybe not the first time I was playing, but like that's the second biggest, if not the first biggest, just in terms of like how much time, effort, and mental thought I'm giving to this. But yeah, it's basically like 90% of my mental energy from when I wake up to go to sleep goes to some form of consuming poker content. And then the other 10% of mental stuff is just, other life, things like keeping up with the news or watching random shows or anime or sports or whatever. But I've been very immersed in that world again. And it's been unbelievable. And I'm going to talk more about it. And this is a Fortnite video primarily, but I'm going to talk more about it, maybe even on this channel, because this is something that I want to spread to as many people as I possibly can. But long story short, if you guys have ever thought about it, poker's good right now. It's very, very good. Online is good. Live is good. It's good right now. So if anyone's ever tried to make a little bit extra money, let me know if you need help getting into it. But because I'd be happy to. I always offer to coach people who've never really, been in the. You can't really call poker a hobby. It's more of a game / you can call it a hobby, I guess, but it's more of an investment kind of game. But we'll call it that. But I will definitely talk about that. I'll talk about maybe some of the money that I've won / some of my experiences. Maybe on this channel, maybe on my other channel. But I just wanted to throw that out there. That's like kind of where I've been. And there's a lot of elements in Fortnite that are very poker-esque. A lot of RNG, a lot of EV decisions. EV is something that we talk about a lot in cards. It's called expected value. It's basically like how much money am I going to make per decision. And to talk about that in Fortnite terms, what's like the EV of landing, say, at Demon's Dojo versus the EV at landing at Flooded Frogs, or whatever it's called now that it's not flooded anymore. Like, what do you expect to get out of it? What do you expect to come away with on average? Like, that's basically the mathematical concept. And then, there's psychological things, and this is all just like Fortnite. You play a person in Fortnite, like, are they going to go left? Are they going to go right? Like, what have they done before? How long have I been fighting this person? Do I have any information? What do I know about their loadout? What do I know about them? These are all, because in both games, you're playing against people, and there's a lot of elements of RNG. And in any situation where those two things are a factor, you're basically playing poker, for, lack of terms, like, just to be analogous here. Like, what's a game that's not poker? Say chess. Chess is not poker. There is no RNG in chess. There is quite literally none. Every action, everything about the game position, the board state, what has happened, what has transpired, has been because of decisions made by humans. There isn't any like chests that you open up. There aren't any, you start your pieces randomly like this. Like, no, it's the same way every time. White goes first every single time. So that's a non-RNG based game, whereas a lot of games do have some level of RNG. But I would just say Fortnite and poker in particular both have quite a bit of RNG, yet a lot of skill. Like, they're both very balanced with their luck and skill situation. So that's just where I've been. I've been basically playing at the casino a lot and online a lot. I've been doing so much with that, but that's been my life. So what will get me, out of the MGM and back into the online, epic launcher? It's going to be Chapter 6 Season 2 coming right up. So we saw the trailer for it, and it looks cool. It looks fine. Basically, I'm just hoping that we don't get a bunch of this broken stuff again. Like, that's all I hope for. I like fun stuff. What am I hyped for coming up? Sub-Zero. I love Sub-Zero / Mortal Kombat. I grew up with that. That was like that was basically my fighting game growing up. There were two fighting games that I played growing up. It was Street Fighter 2, then Mortal Kombat 2, and then eventually Mortal Kombat 3. And I just kind of stopped playing those traditional fighting games after that. But those were the games that I played. Those were my first 1v1 experiences before Smash. Like, then once Smash came out, like, that was it for me. So I just basically got to play a lot of traditional fighting games before that came out. Just as a kid, just messing around. Nothing ever really serious. I never really took the time to learned the combos, the fatalities. Like, I just like pressing the buttons. I learned like little things here and there, but it was just fun for me to, you know, play the characters. So I've always had a soft spot for Sub-Zero. He was basically like my, you know, call it your main. I never knew the term, but he would be my favorite character to play. I thought the freezing was cool. So I'm very excited for Sub-Zero. The Scorpion Mythic should be cool. Get over here. That'll be great. So I'm very excited for what we got coming up there. I mean, I know a lot of people they're sick of the Nitro Fists and they're sick of the swords and everything, but man, I like melee items. I saw we have like a little charge bat kind of thing in the trailer. It looked kind of cool, so hopefully that'll be fun. I just don't want anything to be too crazy. Some people were kind of complaining about the sticky grenade launcher coming back. To me, that thing was always mid AF, so like, I don't know. I'm not worried about that whatsoever. I know you can double pump or you can't even double pump with it anymore because they removed that. You know, they put a delay between the two, so I don't know why people care about that so much. It looks fine, I guess. You know, the POIs look really cool. The bank POI looks cool. The mansion POI looks cool that the dog boss wolf guy is at. I would say that overall the theme of the season, fine. I would, the kind of rap video trailer was funny. You know, made the hot dog dude look kind of hilarious / cool for once. Cause I've seen that hot dog dude in the item shop a million times. Oh man, this guy is lame as hell, but him rapping with the pickle is hilarious. So it looks cool. It'll be fun. I'm excited. I wanted to get this video out today because I'm like, oh damn, new season's coming tomorrow, so I should put this video out today. But hopefully by the time you're watching this, the new season's already dropped and it's been awesome, you know, and we'll stream it and we'll play it. And this is probably gonna be the first season in a long time that it's gonna be a real grind for me to get through this battle pass, because currently right now I may not even finish the battle pass. I may have to leave the blue variant of Godzilla I was gonna say unlocked, but that doesn't sound right. How about we just say locked? I may have to leave the blue variant of Godzilla locked, because I already got the pink one, but I just don't have the time right now, and I already bought as many levels. I was so mad. I bought levels too to complete the battle pass, and it didn't unlock the Godzilla for me. So that I thought was really lame, because you unlock it via level. So whatever. I got 5 levels left to go, but I gotta get to the MGM, you know, in a couple hours. So I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do that. So we'll try. Maybe I'll try to do a little creative or whatever, like leave it, or maybe some Lego AFK. Maybe some Lego AFK to get those last 5 levels real quick. But yeah, I may have to do a lot of Lego AFK next month, because I just been spending way too much time, effort, and energy into my ulterior craft, which once again, I don't want to brag, but it's been very, very, very good. And I do want to share this with people in terms of, like, you know, some of my strategies, some of what I've been doing, because what I do is pretty different than what a lot of people do, but I'm still not perfecting, you know, but refining, we should say, a lot of these strategies. And I don't really want to, I don't want to say give them out, but I don't want to lead people astray. I want to give people concrete, good strategies with how to win money when I do start talking about things like this. But yeah, that's basically all I have for today. I just want to touch in with everyone. I feel bad, you know, whenever I say whenever, because this is the second YouTube channel that I've basically built up and then kind of like started to ignore, for lack of better terms. You know, I have my Pokemon channel, which we've kind of started getting back into a little bit here and there. The Fortnite channel now I'm, you know, having less time for. So I don't want you all to think that I don't appreciate you, that I don't love you, and that I don't just am not incredibly thankful for all of the support that we've gotten over the last year plus. But I did just want to let you all know where we've been and what is going on in our life and where Fortnite is falling into that. But we're not going anywhere. We are just, you know, if I had time in the day and the energy to play 10 plus 20 matches of Fortnite a day and grind poker, I would, trust me, because I even, you know, last night playing a few games of Fortnite, which I don't get to do every day anymore, like I get to do maybe once a week right now. It was just great to kind of immerse myself in a completely different world, because I spend so much time on these other strategies that I just get kind of bogged down in my brain, and it's very hard to come up with new things and to let these thoughts process. But then when I get to do something like, say, watch anime or play Fortnite, it really lets me process in the background all of these other thoughts that have been on the forefront, and I do love mixing up life with these other things. So trust me, Fortnite is not going anywhere. I will love it forever. I still do log on every single day to check the item shop, so I'm still on every day. I just haven't had the time, effort, and energy to play every day. But yeah, that's it for me today. Thank you all so much for listening to me. Love you all so much, and I will see you as soon as possible. Hopefully very soon. We'll stream the new season over on Twitch, and maybe I will even do a YouTube stream again. I know I haven't done a YouTube stream in a while. When we do stream, folks, we've been streaming on Twitch, so check the description for our Twitch link. But we will be over there streaming probably at some point, maybe on like Monday. I'll do a stream, because Monday's not a really great day to play poker, and it would be a cool day to hop back on. You know, the season will be out for a couple days. We'll get to see a little bit of I don't want to go into it raw and, you know, give you guys no good content, and, you know, they'll work out all the bugs hopefully too. But yeah, thank you guys, appreciate you. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.